What's going on? Move the mouse here, and I can finally talk about Sunset Harbor, the newest DLC for City Skylines. Comes out in just 24 hours on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. So I was lucky enough to get my hands on a private beta version of this on console, so I've actually been trying this out for the last week or so, and I'm pretty excited about this. So let's dive in and talk about what's on offer in Sunset Harbor. Let's start out by talking about the intercity bus service and the trolley bus service. Intercity bus is really simple to set up in that you basically drop down this hub building that, very much like airports work to bring in tourists from the outside world, this does the same with coach buses. So you'll see a new bus model, but you don't have to set up any routes. It just works to bring people into the city and connect them to your other transport routes. Speaking of that, one of the new transport routes you'll be able to set up is the trolley bus service. In a lot of ways, this works very similar to the tram, except the wires are overhead rather than being rails on the ground. It's not for everybody, but it's one more transport option, so get your Sims moving around your cities, using those mass transport options, get some of those cars off the road. One of the things I love about Sunset Harbor so far is it makes the map feel much more busy, and one of the ways it does that is with things like the helicopter service and the new unique building, the Aviation Club. Helicopter service works very much like a bus route in that you define different stops and it will follow that line, except in this case it's all in the sky, so it can avoid traffic, makes the skies feel a little bit more busy, makes the city come alive. The new unique building, the Aviation Club, increases the city's attractiveness and entertainment, and although it is noisy, it's fun to see some smaller planes doing some stunt flying around your town. I'm really excited about this next feature coming to consoles specifically, because on PC you have things like the Metro Overhaul mod, which can kind of achieve some of the same effects here, but having Overground Metro on consoles or in a base game without mods is a ton of fun and a very welcome addition to the game. There are a few different transport hubs which can make your city's transport services so much more efficient. There's different ways to combine bus, metro, and train coverage, all in these new hub buildings, so definitely check those out and get those lines connected. There's a couple new health buildings in the form of Child Health Center and Elder Care City Service that work to improve the life and happiness of children while also increasing the birth rate around the city, where Elder Care Services offer senior citizens a place to gather and spend more time together, improving their health and thus potentially increasing the lifespans of the citizens. And that's a good thing because the longer they live, the more taxes they can pay. Waste management in general has seen a major overhaul in Sunset Harbor, and there's two real big ways that it impacts the traditional gameplay. First is with waste transfer systems. They're basically kind of mini dumps that you can lay around your city that don't pollute as much because they're just acting as a storage facility for that garbage, which is ultimately going to transfer it on to the final station where it will be converted into, yes, pollution, but also energy for your city. There's also the new inland water treatment plant options. If you need to get rid of sewage far away from any running water, this will actually let you drain it into the ground. The eco version of that, doing it that much better with less pollution. That can come in very handy if we were dealing with any really deserty maps, which may come in handy in just a minute when we talk about those. There's an all-new fishing industry, which bolts on to the already existing industries tab. Though I can't confirm, I would assume that would still work on its own without the industries DLC. Here you can set up a basic fishing harbor, but you can also set up fishing harbors that are specific to a particular type of fish that you may want to catch. And that's going to vary depending on the depth of the water. So you can actually tweak that and change that with the landscaping tool if you need to, but this will give you access to things like shellfish, tuna, anchovies, and salmon to then process into other goods or to sell off directly to fish markets in your city. And one of the things that's so great about this is, just like the helicopters make the skies feel more alive, all the fishing boats kind of buzzing around make your waterways feel that much more active and alive. There's also 5 new maps, and from deserts to swamps, they're really unique, and I really liked what they've done with some of the built-in maps from the DLCs in the last couple releases. Campus were some of my favorite, and these are right up there with those. There's varying levels of access to certain services. Some don't have shipping, for example, mostly because some of them don't have a lot of water, and they present their own unique looks, but also their own unique challenges. So do think about where you're building before you dive too far into that next project. Now, I play on both PC and console, but one of the things that I cannot thank them enough for including is a bulldozer brush. Now, with the bulldozer brush, you could bulldoze a bunch of stuff at once, including setting a filter to restrict to just things like pipes or power lines or abandoned buildings. So you could clear off every single abandoned building in your map in a matter of seconds, whether you're playing on PC, console, Mods or no mods, it's built into the game now. Thank you so much for that one. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about is mouse and keyboard support, which is now possible on console. You can use a standard 3-button mouse and traditional keyboard. I will say though, as someone who's played on both PC and console, I found it a little frustrating only because I'm so used to the PC controls on keyboard and I couldn't find a way to remap them. I don't know that there is one built in yet, but I'm also playing a beta version of the game, so that could change with the official release tomorrow. Stay tuned for more. Bottom line is though, if you don't like the controls on console, I think keyboard and mouse is a nice option. But if you're used to keyboard and mouse controls on the PC version, I think you'll find them just different enough to be frustrated by them on the console. And I think using the controller, totally fine. This is one of the best adapted games I've ever played, coming from PC to console in terms of the port, the controllability, how they adapted it. There's little things that still bother me that having a mouse plugged in on the side might help, like painting districts or zones with an actual brush. But I think the biggest challenge that I ran into was the fact that I have a external adapter via USB for my headset on my console. I also have 2 external hard drives. So to plug in a keyboard and mouse, I have to unplug 2 of those 3 things. Yes, I imagine I could use a hub, but it's something to consider if you don't have one laying around, especially right now because deliveries may not be coming in too soon. So that was just kind of a quick look at Sunset Harbor. What I'm thinking of doing is tomorrow night, Thursday the 26th, around 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you can make it, I'm going to be kicking off a brand new city, Sunset Harbor, on console on my YouTube channel. So stay tuned here for updates on that. But that is the plan, at least for now. And I'm thinking of doing the next season as a live Let's Play. So if you want to see all this in practice, kind of build it up in a big city with all the other DLCs, tune back in for that. But thanks for checking out this look at Sunset Harbor. Hopefully you get an idea of what the DLC is all about. There's the Sunset Harbor DLC itself, a content creator pack, and a brand new radio station all available. There is a free update as well, but unfortunately, I didn't get the full notes on that before I had to record this video. So check out City's official Twitter and check back here tomorrow for a brand new live stream, brand new city, brand new build using Sunset Harbor on one of the new maps. Subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, and join the Discord if you'd like to get involved in the discussion. But until tomorrow, we'll kick off a live stream in a brand new city using the Sunset Harbor DLC on console. This is Move the Mouse, signing off.